Day in Detroit. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
Here's the first carry for Dwayne Washington. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Here's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions, and one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who could block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders, overmatch them. They haven't seen enough of that yet. They want to come to the front in 2016.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first, here's Washington. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now Washington. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
try to pound it in with Washington. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. Ooh, with a juke. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down, Bears.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how he was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw is Bradford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Play action. Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
And, Brandon, this quarterback struggled a little bit last week, but his team still found a way to win. They're expecting a much better performance from him this week.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Ends up a nice second down for them.
Bradford, he's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford finding time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. He's got time in the pocket, and he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, it definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
Ezekiel Ansah out of BYU. We call him Ziggy, and he knows where the quarterback is on every play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback right in the face of him puts him down.
Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes the Lions defensive unit. They trot back out onto the field. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3 and out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3 and out You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
So we're through a quarter here on Thanksgiving Day. 0-0 our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Off the play fake, Bradford. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll start the drive with Washington, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They run with Washington, and his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
4 down. Alert! Kill.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 42 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And now a first down following that long gain. Bradford now to throw on first down. And incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And on 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, Bradford again. It completes it right side to White. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When he decided to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Throwing, Bradford. He hits White, complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Again, they run with Sims. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
so the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And this seemingly endless drive continues. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Bradford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Right back to Washington. Muscles him off. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Ebron with it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Serve it, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Lions defense marching back onto the field now. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Second down, Bradford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation, excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll run it here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Lions and the Bears are in a defensive battle right now. The scoring is at a minimum, so both teams have to feel like if they can put some drives together, that they'll come away with a win. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Taking a look now, early first quarter. There's going to be a fumble here. First and 10. They're going to get to the QB once again. This goes for a loss of 9. Lions with the football late in the first will once again sack the QB. This will go as a loss of 10. Lions have it late in the second. With plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This one ends up as a loss of 6. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Detroit for the second half.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Just a lone field goal in that first half. Will the offenses show up? That's now the question. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Play action now, Bradford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They run the counter now on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp. Because right now, he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line, that room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack. One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard. But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
From the 50, Stafford. Ebron caught left side. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
For Washington. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Stafford on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 23 yards on the play.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Stafford now to throw. He's got time. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll come out in the pistol. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Washington. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. To throw on second down is Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
So here come the Lions now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the give, this is Washington. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On second down, Washington. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it the rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first down throw for Bradford. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Off the play fake. Bradford. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Lions defense gearing up as they take the field.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction with maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
Now it's the fullback. This is Nikita Whitlock. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Second down, Bradford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So the second consecutive week here that he has been just a minor part of this offense. What's going on?
I think part of that is that defenses now view the tight end position as a major part of offenses. So they game plan for them. More double coverage. Sometimes they take a really good cover player and put him on the tight end as opposed to other positions. Because in the past, the tight end was really just guarded by safeties. And nowadays, it could be a safety, a corner, linebacker. Could be any one of those guys, and maybe more than one of those guys to try and take him out of the game. He's struggling for the second consecutive week.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Alden Smith there on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw is Bradford. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Barkevius Mingo in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field. They got a little steam following the interception the last time they were out there, Charles.
And they wanted to keep that going now because once you get one, he wanted to multiply and turn into a bunch more. And right now, they're putting up their version of a no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. I like that. We had a flyover before the game.
Yeah, but this time they would intercept it.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down.
And no, escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Stafford on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Travis Coons now to add the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They go play action here on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First down, Bradford. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Bradford now to throw on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That goes for a gain of 31.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll throw again. Bradford. And he floats one there, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Here's Sims on the run. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Third and goal, Bradford. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing right, and that's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Running it, Washington. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Another pistol look here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got time in the pocket, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
10 yards on the pickup there, and the Bears are going to get a first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Bradford on 1st down. Caught by Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there. You don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
On 3rd down, Bradford. He completes it right side away. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. Giving 25 yards on the play there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Well, this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'd be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Lions, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.